Hey there, and welcome back to the Train of Thought, an educational monster train series where we record this episode for a second time. Yeah, I'm going to own up to this. You're not going to believe it, but I made the horrible mistake of attempting to record this episode once before on a at a 2:30 a.m., right? And I thought it would be fine, right? It would run like an hour and a half at most. I'd be out by 4, no problem. Turned out I was only at ring 5 by 4, and I had completely just slowed down to a crawl. And while doing some math on Crystal Cloak to make sure I would actually clear off all of her stealth, my speech slurred and I dozed off. Whoops. So, yeah, I just kind of took a nap there and decided after reviewing it that it was just going to be better if I redid the whole episode instead of trying to cut that together and explain what happened there. So yeah, that's exciting. That is definitely a first. This is weird because it's not like this is something that would normally happen, right? If I were just playing this game on my own, I would just be like, "Oh man, I'm tired. Let me just save the run in between these two combats, go to sleep, and finish it the next day." That doesn't really lend itself to working quite well with the recording setup because I could pause it and try to recoup it, but that's just weird and it kind of is very jarring. So yeah, that's not going to happen. And now it is a very nice 12:30 in the evening, so I have plenty of time before I'm going to run out of energy, and we're going to run it back. So I just kind of tossed out that run because I just did not feel like playing it through. So it's fine. We're going to pretend it didn't exist, and I'm going to take a mulligan on it. Just to kind of remind folks on what this series is all about, this series is constructed, which is not something I've done yet and probably won't for a little bit, but eventually I will do that. I have a mod, Stoker Deck Editor, which allows me to edit runs, and I will eventually be using it to custom design some things. This also turns off my win streak, which works out great for content creation because I'm not stressed out for taking 3 hours on a run, which no one wants to watch. So I think that's just fine. Additionally, I want to call attention to one part of this series that I really want to get some, submissions for, if anyone has any. Tough seeds. I want to be playing the hardest, challenging seeds that you can come up with. That maybe you play a run and you think it's just absolutely unwinnable. Let me know, right? And submit a comment that kind of covers what the seed is, gives me the name of it, with minimal information, right? And let me just kind of experience it, and I will record those and show you how I approach these seeds. I think that there are no unwinnable seeds in Monster Train, but at the same time, I do think some of them are very difficult to think through, and I certainly think that there are definitely seeds out there that would get me, that I would lose on, frankly. And the hope is that I don't run into them while doing the streak or the series, but you never know. Playing those out would be pretty fun. I think that would be very informative as well. Definitely make me think a lot. So yeah, definitely submit any of those if you have them. Otherwise, last run, last real run that you saw on YouTube, we were on a 9-0 win streak, and we had just done a Primordium run with Endless on Primordium into an Alloyed Construct, doing like a million damage. So that's always exciting. That does mean today, we are moving on from Umbra into Melting. I'm going to say that there's a couple things I want to say up front. Before I even talk about the champion we're covering today, I want to talk about Melting's kind of rise to fame in the DLC. There are a lot of things that changed that I think make a big difference. The first of which is that we no longer have days on the top floor when you first play a unit. Right now, it is Ember Drain 1 for the first unit when you play it on the top floor, which is awesome. This helps Melting's general game plan a lot because now you can reform units that die on the lower floors and play them on the top floor with no penalty. In fact, it can sometimes be an advantage because if they burn out in one turn, then you play them and then you never take the Ember Drain, really, right? So it works out great. The other change that really affected Melting in the DLC is the addition of Hallowed Halls, which gives an extra hit on reform cards. In general, I used to feel that Melting had a problem in that there weren't enough reform cards. You had the common, right, which is great, and then of course you had primitive mold if you were exile Melting. But if you started with dregs and you missed molded in the first two combats, your only hit was like what, Sacred Wicks or what's it called? Wickless, not Wickless Recruitment. I'm gonna pull it up because I know what the card is, but I can't think of its name right now. It's like Wick something. It's 2 cost. Where are you at? Wicked Blaze, of course. So it's like hitting this. You basically just kind of get screwed. There's almost no way to guarantee you hit it. You just go the whole run without seeing Reform, and it's really rough. Now you have to have an extra hit, which is really important. You see it in rare packs. There's only so many cards you can run into. Chances are pretty good that you will run into something that solves that problem, which is important. And with the addition of Hallowed Halls, Bounty Stalker was finally fixed. It came out of the rare packs and into the unit banners. This makes melting unit banners incredible, much better at least, because now you have 3 really good rare units to hit, and Bounty Stalker being available opens up a lot of things. So the combination of all of these things kind of resulted in melting feeling awesome, and Rector plays well in all those circumstances. I don't think there's any reason to go out of order, so we'll just kind of go left to right. Obviously, Burn Bright is Burnout Rector, as I will call it. Burnout Rector is great, and the hit of an extra Reform card in the pool for melting is really important here because if it dies, or if you just want to reform it every turn, it's really good for it. It's a nice beefy tank that is really strong at all levels. It's not like Titan Channel Soul Guard, right? It's weaker than that. Like he's a 210, which is wild, but Burnout Rector is enabled on turn 1, and the only quote unquote downside is you just need to make sure he doesn't burn out, or you need to make sure that you can bring him back. Frankly, it's not that hard. I think it's pretty easy to do. I would recommend in general avoiding Burnout Rector if you have no reforms or burnout extensions in your starting packs. So that your starting cards that pop up on the start screen. And there's a reason for that, right? Because if you take this and you have no extenders, no reforms, you basically can't play it on turn 1 on your first combat. You have to wait and cycle around, play all your train stewards and all your dregs, eat whatever damage you take, and then hope you draw it in the turns leading up to the boss. And if you miss, well, you just kind of die, right? It sucks. And obviously that can be a problem if your first boss is Chains, because Chains will clutter your deck with trash and make it harder to hit Rector. So you can just kind of lose out of the gate like that, and that's really unfortunate when it happens. I would never recommend that if you're going for a long streak. It's too perspective. And the fact is that Rector's paths are all really good and are totally usable in the DLC. So there's no reason to force yourself down that line, right? You always have another viable option. Other things that are useful about Burnout Rector plays really nicely with Lady of the Reformed that extends Burnout. It's a good kind of like early and mid game solution while you build up something stronger for the late game. And frankly, he's just a good slap, right? You don't mind if he dies. He's only 2 space, which makes him significantly better than Monstrous Penumbra. So you can just reform it and stick other things on the floor around it that either tank for it if it's a tomb, or to, use Rector itself as a tank because he's got 145 HP at the top level, which is just great. So he's really flexible, frankly, and very effective. And it's a wonder what a little bit of a space improvement can do for a unit with a stat line compared to Penumbra, right? Because Penumbra's a 170, 100, which is great, but he takes 6 space, so you can't really do anything on that floor. So yeah, that's Burnout Rector, a real solid choice. I like taking it, frankly. It's good, as long as I have the starter to support it. We'll next talk about Harvest Rector. Harvest Rector is a solid win con, right? This leads into the classic melting win condition of something that does damage, which scales with Harvest. This could be your Big Sludge or your Wickless Baron. And you just stick that behind with multi-strike. You stick this in front. You have a few tombs that explode in front doing something. It could be any number of things. Because tombs are so strong with their infusions, you get twice as value out of it. You can do a lot of damage here, like self-infused entombed explosive is important. It's really good. What is it? Devourer of Death has a really good infusion as well, which does backline damage, which is useful. So there's a lot of cool stuff you can do here. And you can just dupe it and make big floor, make big harvest, win. And this dude then basically just solos the Divinity or Seraph when you get high enough on HP, because at the top level you're seeing plus 20 per death, and if you scale this appropriately, this dude can walk out with like 900 HP. And so it's like 900 HP and 200 damage. That's enough rounds to kill the Divinity or Seraph. at 100 shards. So that's pretty solid, right? And if you have a backline, it's even easier. Obviously, I prefer this path if I have some kind of a tomb start, right? Because a tomb start leads into this really well. You can just kind of tank with them, and this thing can just kind of solo the early combats. It's important to tunnel it pretty hard in the early combats because you only get +1 attack. So this guy needs a lot of deaths in order to actually kill a boss. You can sometimes run into the situation where you come close and fall short, and ultimately have to take a hit to the pyre from the boss in order to survive. So it's just worth thinking about. Otherwise, it's a really strong path. Even if you completely miss a harvest backline, you can still find great value here. You just stick something that scales really well in the back and it'll destroy because this guy's a huge tank. So it's awesome. It's great. So yeah, that's Harvest Rector, one of my favorite paths, definitely like it. And then let's talk about Dark Calling. Dark Calling, so Reform Rector, gained the most from the DLC, because I mentioned the Ember Drain stuff, right? And the Ember Drain stuff means that you can now play Dark Calling Rector on the top floor, and it can reform things on turn 1. Because it reforms on Resolve, it's kind of annoying, right? This means that you have to what am I saying? So you have to either kill something yourself or it has to die on the top floor in order to actually be valid for a reform on turn 1. It's especially important because if something's burning out on turn 1 or on a turn in general, it has to burn out in front of him, right? Because the burnout and then resolve abilities trigger front to back. If it burns out behind him, it will not be a candidate for the reform. This can be good and bad, right? It means you can kind of cultivate your burnout a bit, right? Maybe you've got a train steward in back in an early combat and you don't want to reform it. You want to reform your dregs, which are in front. You maybe do that intentionally so that the train steward does not get put in the pool, right? So you have some flexibility there. It's pretty okay. I don't think it's amazing because the resolve is a really weird trigger for this. It would be ideal if it were like at the beginning of a turn instead of the end of a turn, but it's fine. It is very functional. It is a good scaling plan for units. So +15 on death and on reform is important. Plus you also get the reform +5. That's +20. It's pretty solid, frankly. You can turn dregs into absolute monsters early and mid game and just kind of get carried by them, which is good. And he has a decent stat line, right? He's 15-15, 30-30, and then 50-50. That's fine. He's basically Demon Fiend. He's not going to die, but he will eventually get run over. But at least he's functional, right? That's a good enough HP pool that you can work with it. So I normally don't take Dark Calling just because it's too big brain. I think there are a lot of good runs for it, but you're going to spend a lot of time thinking because you have to plan out when your dudes are dying on what floor, when they're burning out, so that they're available to be reformed. And I honestly don't think it's really good for a YouTube setting, frankly, just because it takes so much time. I think the fastest Dark Calling Rector run with the biggest high rolls that I've ever had still took 2 hours. And that was without talking through my choices to an audience. So I probably will avoid this unless I think the alternative is horrible, right? So we'll see. I think it's definitely winnable in most scenarios because you have dregs to start. It's fine and it plays nice with a lot of different strategies. But yeah, it's a bit big brain, which is fun, but also rough. I think we'll see. There will definitely be times when I take it, which is fine. Overall, I mean, all of these paths are good. There's no bad path here. I don't think any of them are busted. Like, none of them are just absolutely out of control, win the game. But they always sort of play a very important role in whatever strategy you're doing and will contribute admirably. They'll do great. I think that Rector is an awesome champion in an awesome clan and just does awesome. So in the scaling tiers between, S tier where I think something is unlosable and it just destroys all the way down to D tier, where I throw away my champion and pretend it doesn't exist and try to win without it. I would rank Rector at a solid A tier. One of the best champions, in my opinion. Definitely up there. A real good choice. I never feel bad seeing him. So yeah, that's everything I've got on Rector. Let's now jump back over and hop into a run. Good. I was worried I might have left that other run up at that back point because, yeah, that was it was tough. Anyway, we are still Rector here with random, no mutators or anything. Let's jump in. Cool. I hope you're all doing well today. I'm feeling a little better now that I've had a chance to sleep, and now that it is earlier in the evening, so I'm not going to pass out right in the middle of this thing. So we should be good to go. All right, let's see what we have. We have default Melting, default Stygian, we have double barrel Daedalus, we have Curse Fel, and we have Chaste Seraph, we have Molten Encasement, Helical Crystallis, and Memento Mori. So, like I said in the intro a little bit ago, I think a Tomb Start is really good for Harvest. I always like seeing it. It's really strong. We also don't have to worry about Diligent. Diligent with a Dreg starter is always spooky because you have to draft a lot of spells, right? With Chaste, I don't care as much. Obviously, the Molten Encasement is not as good in a Chaste, so we'll have to be thinking about that if I go this route. Basically, you have to self-infuse this thing with Endless and Burnout 1 in order to actually make this functional for Chaste, frankly. Memento Mori's trash, but you know, there are some niche cases where it does something. Crystallis is just universally a good card. We like to see it. This should be fine. I don't see anything horrible here, so we'll just go ahead and hit it and see what we get. Again, this champion is always an artifact first. Let's see what we have. Neither of these are particularly awesome. Luggage is good, but, you know, it doesn't really do much for me early game, which is not great. Worn Grindstone, however, is pretty solid early. It doesn't do a lot later, though. I think I'm going to take Lost Luggage. This is maybe a little perspective. Worth noting, we do not have a burnout start here. We have no extenders. We have no reforms. I'm going to be pretty leery about Burnout Rector, so we could be forced down the path of reform here, frankly. If it's reform, then Worn Grindstone is good. If it's Harvest, which would be fine, then Lost Luggage is good. You find that tomb sooner. I think I'm just going to take Lost Luggage and be okay with it. Yeah. I mean, we have the Crystallis to help these early fours. Let's see what we get today. Oh boy. So we get the Dark Calling Burnout plan. Okay. Well, I think Burnout here is a terrible idea. I risk just dying and I can't take these boons. I guess we'll big brain it. I will try to go fast. You know, I even said that this is going to be a slow run if I have to take Dark Calling, and I think it probably will be pretty slow. The other problem is there's not much great to reform in Stygian, right? There's nothing that I want to just die and bring back. So it's basically a melting run. I do see a Remnant banner here. I would take the Stygian banner for a shark. Yeah, I would take a shark. That would be fine. Could reform it. It's awkward because of the timing of this reform, right? It's not like a reform on command. So if it dies on the bottom floor, it doesn't automatically get reform, which is really annoying. I never go to this magic merchant with the Stygian banner. I think I need to carry myself on a melting run. I think I have to take Dark Calling here. I think reform is suicide. Am I strong enough for this? What's the worst that could happen? I take 5 to the pyre. This is fine. I think that's fine. I think we're going to be strong enough for that. Yeah, okay. I will do this. This is okay. Okay. We see a lot of good stuff here. Yeah, so I'm gonna... There's no way I can cheat out the Ember Drain here, so I do this, and then what happens is if I put these 2 drafts in front, when they burn out, they become reform capable. So that's good. And I'm just gonna slam here and kill this, or put some numbers into this guy at least, right? Because he does 5, he does 10 and kills it. That's good. Okay. That's good, that's good. I can kill this thing here now, which is really important. Yeah, that's a really good kill. They will burn out, which means they are reform viable. And that's a good trade there because I now have stuff in there, so that's fine. Okay, so I have stuff to reform, which is good. I want to just kill these dudes. I would really love to put these on bottom floor, actually, right? Because I can do 1, 2, 3, and then that floor does something. I'll probably see something. He can always punch it if I have to, so that should work out. Cool. Alright, we get dudes. Okay, yeah, this floor does work here. I could just tank this up here with this, which is fine. I could play this dude here, and we just get the kill like that, I think. We come close, right? I think this gets another round in, which kills him. Yeah, cool. I just kill him on bottom then. Cool. Alright, so we navigated this correctly. I took the trial. I took the shards. Good. Okay, so like with all of this, you probably could have gotten away with burnout. That first combat would have looked tough with burnout, though. It would have been all RNG, right? It would have been like, hey, just hope to hit. I'm still taking Wicklash here because this lets me do some shenanigans, and it's a good spell. It's a good scaling plan for what I'm probably doing here. Offering token is okay. Yeah, it's just fine. It's just fine. I don't see myself taking an in-camp plan. Right? Like, there is the possibility of doing something whack like Burnout 1, Multi-Strike Siren of the Sea, and then just incanting it and reforming it constantly. But frankly, it's not a good target for it. I would rather do that on, like, literally a Paraffin Enforcer or anything in Melting, frankly. So, I don't think it's Offering Token. Crypt Builder is not great here. I think I just skip this. I already have 2 Helical Crystallis, so I don't need this card. That's fine. Okay, alright. Lady is a good target for Reform Rector. I could do some stuff with this. It's slow, though, is the problem, right? It's very slow. Yeah, it's never... Alright, so this would have actually been a fine... It would have been a fine Burnout Rector run if you had just not died on Ring 1, right? You just kind of roll well on that combat, get your Rector out before the boss hits you to death, and you'd be okay. Hope you draw some Crystallis on that turn. Yeah, I mean, you could have gotten through it, I think. And then you would have had a Lady of the Reformed with a Burnout Extender, and you would feel pretty good about this, which is good. I now have a different set of choices. I can take this Shark. Shark is really good because it can die, get reformed. I don't need Endless for it. I can put Endless elsewhere. Lady of the House is a good DPS option here, though, right? I can double multi-strike this thing and dupe it. Put some scaling plan in it or something. Something strong, like a draft, maybe. If I see one, and then that would be really strong. Who am I feeling worse about? I'm probably going to see something I want to reform in this Remnant banner. I'm going to take Shark here. I think it's a better pick because I could miss it, and missing it is really bad. It's a good solution to a lot of things, so I'm going to take the Shark. Pretty good hits. I'm going to go to the Melting banner for sure. Show me something decent. Okay, so now I definitely, with a multi-strike 10 and 25, I definitely want to see something I can reform here. Okay, I'm just going to take the multi-strike Wickless Baron here. Man, why didn't they give me Harvest? Oh, this would have been a beautifully easy Harvest run, right? You have Rector, you have Self-Infused Tombs, and you have Harvest with the multi-strike. This is fine. I'm going to take that and not feel bad about it. I will put the plus 25 in Shark, actually. There's an argument for double life and then just reforming it, but the problem with that is it's slow, right? Plus 30? No, I don't think so. 10 in piercing. I don't think I need any of this here. Let's just briefly look. We have a temple here, so I could find an infusion and do something. I have 2 temples back to back. Relic. Yeah, I have money, but I have a temple in ring 7. I have a lot of options. I should be fine. I don't need to go ham here. It's frankly pretty good. I have, decent Wickless Tycoon, Baron rather. Good Titan Sentry. Sure, why not? It's fine. That's a good roll. Good roll. I feel fairly comfortable here. Money is good. Don't mind one bit. I see a ton of cards. Whee! Alright, now... Dreg first. You here. Interesting. There is... I should put the Baron up here, frankly. In front? Yeah, because if it dies, that's actually good. Interesting that that works that way. I think I do... This saves a hit on him. It's actually pretty good, right? Because it means a drag dies immediately, which is reformed immediately. I think I do kill 1 because it does 1, 2, 3. He takes 10, but he gets 4, so he's getting 12. I can do this to tank 2, Frozen Lance 1, and then get a kill with a drag. Yeah, so let's do this first. Play this out. I get 1 kill that way, and then 2 kills go up here, and that's fine. Yeah. Cool. This works out because... Alright, we do Shark here. It's just Shark. Clears that. Great. I'm going to burn him out because he dies, and I want to reform him. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I play this one, so it dies. Yeah. I do this to save the hit. Cool. They hit and trade. Awesome. And then I just play this here. We're really strong into this then, yeah. Now, I need to guarantee I reform him, right? So I don't play a unit that dies. Yeah. Yeah, so I just play this big drag. Frankly, down here, it's Burnout 3. I'll put the Stealth Man in front. And I'm going to just kill this thing, I think. That way I don't have to think about this next turn, right? Yeah, okay. And I do not play this Train Steward? Yeah. Okay. Alright, so that's not great. I missed him. Now, because of the way Resolve works, I always get him back, though, which is good. We should just play these drags. They do a lot of work, and then this, I think, kills, almost. I mean, we have to kill him. Alright, I mean, this is kind of... Reform Rector looks pretty strong. I didn't even hit my Harvest Man. It didn't even matter. Cool. Cool. I would like to hold over... Alright, Draft is excellent here. Yeah, I'm going to put Draft into this Baron. And we're going to do wild stuff with that. Yeah, give me that. I, again, don't really need these. I would like a ping. And I don't have one, so I'm going to take Flash Freeze here. Yeah, cool. Well, that's a good roll, frankly. Seeing the Draft, very nice. I don't need a Magic Shop for anything right now. Right? I'm just going to remove Momentum Warrior. It's so bad. I'm going to go left. Maybe I see, I don't know, Eel Gorgon. I wouldn't even take it, right? It's fine. We'll go left. Usually what happens, if you see the double Steel Shop like this, it means you're not going to see a Steel Shop for a couple rings, right? So yeah, you see this down here. Rings 4 and 5 have no Steel Shop. And even 6 in this case has no Steel Shop. So we need to take advantage of these while we can. Because the next one is literally ring 7 after Curse Fell. So we want to, you know, make it work. Quick, huh? Quick is interesting. That is interesting. What do I have in here? I mean, I see the Siren if I wanted to do something like that. I never take these at this point. I have a good plan. I'm just going to Draft into Baron and then dupe Baron, frankly. Yeah, okay. It's fine. I'm going to reroll this. Endless is good on Shark, because I really just want to play it every time. Multi-Strike is good, fine. Endless and Burnout? Yo, the Harvest plan was so strong. Is there a pivot import? Can I pivot in this? So think about this for a hot minute, right? I take Molten Encasement, Self-Infused, Wickstone, and Eternal Stone, right? Or Immortal Stone. Eternal Stone is the one from the Magic Shop. So it's Burnout 1 and Endless. I then dupe this Baron two times. Once here for the self-infuse. And once here so that I have 2 of them. And then I just play... Huh. I mean, that wins, right? That is a very winning line. The double Baron with, like, a tomb in front. That wins with this multi-strikes that I set up. I could do the pivot. I mean, you really need to see a Remnant Host in that case, right? Because this is just one harvest. It's not enough for the scaling. You'd want to see, like, Molten Encasement on a Remnant Host. Yeah, you'd really want to see that. Or the other way around, frankly, so that they explode. I mean, you get the 40 damage the other way, which would be fine, so that's fine. So lacking a Remnant Host, I don't think that wins, but with it, I think it does. That's interesting. I don't think we do it on this run, because I'm going to play to my champion that I took. But if you think about the Burn Bright, the Burnout plan, you take Burnout, you basically pick all the same stuff. You self-infuse this Wickless Baron, you dupe it, and you're good. I mean, this Shark solos for a while now, which is excellent. And then I go in here and I do the Draft Infuse right now because it's a big power-up and it's available. Yep. The important thing is that I still want to tank stuff and get this out, right? So I'm going to do this. The Burnout 1 is good because they die on turn 1 and immediately get reformed with big number. So, and then anything they kill, scales them hyper fast. So yeah, we do this here. There's a world where they show me an X5 here, and I just literally X5 this thing. And we play like 6 draft-infused Barons and win. Yeah, I mean, I don't really want Endless on this encasement, I guess. It does protect Rector in the Divinity, though, right? I mean, this is perspective. I can decide on the Endless here later. At least taking the Burnout 1 when it's available is good. I never put it in him. I want him to die on turn 1 to start that reform. So I'm going to put that in this guy. That's worth the perspective 25. Dante, hold up. Dante with Reform Rector? I mean, let's see. This is strong. There was a quick in the shop. I could never have put it on him, though. I don't get anything out of the cloak. Well, I have some spells. That's okay. That's okay. The curses are scary. I have Curse Fell and curses. Yikes. I'm definitely taking Ember if I do this. This is really good with Reform Rector, right? You find quick for him and you just play him every turn. I mean, I feel like I have a pretty good plan right here. I just dupe this dude every time they show me him and they let me. And they go out of control pretty quick. I don't think I need Dante. I think Dante is a good plan if I had not been shown like this Baron, right? If I had not seen Draft, not seen Baron, not seen Multi-Strike, and I was relying on like Shark and Rector to survive Talos, or Daedalus rather, then I would take Dante here and feel pretty good. I think I skip him here, actually. I think I skip him here. Yeah, that's another winning line. So you've got some options on this run, right? Which is fun. That's always fun. Now, do I take a plus 25 on him? I'm just going to straight dupe him here, right? And then another time here. Have 3 of them and they burn out and they have 3 hits. They're basically just big mans. I think I actually just take this here and accept it. Yeah, I do actually, right? Because I'm going to dupe him twice. 3 times maybe? 1, 2, 3. Wow. I could do 4 dupes. Jeez, that's crazy. 4 dupes is straight up 60 shards. That's crazy to think about. I mean, at least I do 3 of them. They already hit 3 times, which is plenty. I just want to scale them really fast. Yeah, I'm going to do this. And then that way they can tank hits while they slap. because the next steel shop is ages away. I could have put the quick on it, right? I would never have done that because I might have rolled into multi-strike and this would have been insane. But endless was just fine. Yeah, because I'm going to put these dupes to good use. I mean, I'm missing removals, I guess, and this Revenant banner is useless, but having 2 of them is so good. Having 3 of them is not as good. I could go to this removal instead. I think I take the dupe here because this side is fine, I guess. Having 2 of them immediately powers me up a lot. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. And we're going to be okay with it. That makes me very strong right now. Spell chain, no. Piercing, no. I don't need any of that right now. 35 is a very comfy level. I'll go to 50 on the next ring. No big deal. Alright, so we want to see turn 1 Baron. Cool. So I want to see that because it just burns out in front of Rector, which is excellent. I can put down the Shark. Shark does kind of steal a little bit from Rector, but from Baron, but it is actually just fine. Because what I'll do is on the replay of this dude, I'll put him down here. And that's very cool. Yeah, I can just do this and play out the dregs and we're fine. Cool. Already this thing is very strong. I can just stop it with that, I don't mind. I'm gonna do this down here. And then he's gonna scale on this and then burn out. I do wanna... It's actually pretty good to do this here, right? And then just this way I have stuff to reform. Yeah, I'll put this on him. Cool. It's nice to have stuff to reform. Yeah, this is an excellent turn, right? If I do this, I get... Yeah, nice. Yeah, I mean, I could do this and just... Well, it's actually better this way, right? I don't play any of these cards, maybe? What's in here? 2 dregs that I reform? That's fine. I don't need the stealth for anything. It's fine. If I do this, I lose Frostbite. Frostbite's frankly better. I'm gonna just leave it. Cool, and then you see you have a tough 1 turn, but it's okay because I can have the Shark still. These guys are big burnout numbers here. Yeah, cool. Nice. Sure, it does not matter really. We get our Baron back here. Okay, I don't want him to die. He's already 120 times whatever the hell here. This is pretty crazy. Wow, that's pretty nuts, actually. That's a nutty amount of scaling. If I do this, he burns out in 3 rounds. So here's 1, 2, then 3. He would burn out. I would have a lot of stuff in the pool, though, right? We'll clear most of this out. I think I'll just play him bottom. Yeah, I could hit some good stuff here. And then I do this and just plug 50 into him and we're fine. I want to just keep these dregs out of the pool now. Okay, the Wicklash I think just wins. Yeah, never mind. We're fine. Yeah, I mean, this is very clean then. Okay, cool. Cool, yeah, he's strong. If I have 2 of these guys scaling with plus 15 on top of the reform, we're in a good place. I'm going to take cards. Interesting. This is bad because it puts stuff in the reform pool. You could do fun things like, you know, reform Shadow Siege or a little fade with this or stuff, but it's fine. I take Ice Empire. Yeah, I want spells that do something here that help out with the leak turns. So I will take Ice Empire. Yes. I don't need any of these. None of them are good for their essences. I just skip lots of Siliphites here, huh? Alright, skip them. And with Shark, I'm a little bit confident into Curse Fell here. I didn't take Dante, so I don't need the energy. I can just take... I can start with... Well, space is good because I could do double space, double Baron behind Titan Sentry. And eventually I will want 3 of them on a floor. I'm just going to take draw first because I could see a solution of space somehow. And I'm going to want this anyway at some point, which is fine. I do take the dupe here because the removals are value, but I didn't take too many cards, so I think we're okay. I go left, take this dupe right away. Yeah. Cool. I guess I should look. What do you have? No? I mean, there's the other line, right? You have the draft into this dude. Not as amazing, because when they die, they lose their rage, but it's fine. No Tycoon today. Sorry, friends. Alright, Rector 2, Dark Calling. How are we doing? 40 minutes after Ring 3, so we're slow. But that is kind of to be expected of a run like this. We dupe this guy. Excellent. We're up to 50. I don't care. We're so strong. I have Shark. I have all this stuff. We're just going to cruise, I think. I'm going to eventually take a third one. That's 65. I don't need any of these. Yeah, fine. I don't care. This is actually good. There's a challenge here if I don't see Shark in 2 turns. It's fine, though. I would reform my dude. I think I can take this. There is a draw order that kills me here, but I don't think I will see it. I'm not super worried. Yeah, it's like... You know, obviously there is the risk, but... Like, this is an excellent setup, right? It's interesting, because if I put this in front, he harvests, and then I get them both back. And I saw the Ice Empire on this turn, so... A little spooky. This does put another thing in my reform pool, though, which is nice. Or just take 50 into him. I don't need this stealth, though, because he can just tank that wave. I'm going to do this. And I guess I'm going to put a Dreg here. I'm going to put both my Dregs here. Well, think about... this is the Rector challenge, right? So he reforms this next turn. Cool. This guy's not going to die immediately. If I put 2 in here, then it dilutes it too much. Yeah, okay, we leave 1 out. Show me Shark. Okay, Shark is good. I feel much better with Shark in hand. We do that. I do... this now. We kill that guy. I take a sad amount of damage here, right? Because that's 60 and then 30. We kill this cleanly, but I can't get a Dreg on the floor, which is a shame. All right, so I do take some kind of a punishment. I take 10 here for the trial, which is not great. Haste, man. Haste. I'm going to get this Train Steward out of the deck. It's fine. Yeah. I don't die. It's fine. I take 20 there. I don't love it, but I'm okay with it. Okay, now because of that, we do not see... I don't want anything to die here. I'm going to put this on this guy. I would rather have a Dreg in the pool. Just play this. So we get... yeah, Wickless Baron. Okay. I do have to play him top. I could put a Dreg in front. This guy does a lot of damage. Wow. It's pretty solid. I could scale him up like this and just leave him on this floor. 2 remaining, right? He has 3 burnout. He'll burn out right when the boss gets here, though, which is not good. Unless I cycle around to it again. I would really like to hold over this Wicklash, I think. I could just do 60 here, right? That's a Memento Mori actually looking pretty decent. I think I am going to just plug that dude. He kills all of them. You know, I'd rather him burn out in 3 and get reformed. Yeah, we'll do this. He'll die, he'll come back, that's fine. The death here will be I do fill in the... I need to not play these. I need to remove Train Stewards really badly. Huh. Alright, we did hit the... We did hit this guy, though, which is excellent. So I just play this stuff down here. The next two reforms are this. I can put a dude in the reform pool here, right? Yeah, I can. So I can do this. And I'm cool with that. And leave these out. Cool. That's a decent swing set. I do get... He burns out, which is exceptional, which means these two get reformed and they go mid-floor, which is nice. Yes. I mean, Shark, I think, solos this, so I don't need to think too hard. But we just do you and leave all this crap out. Make sure we hit our Barons. This is why I didn't play that Wicklash, right? Because now I can do Shark, Baron, and this just slams. Cool. And we get our other dude back, so... Okay. I took 10 for the trial. For a Melting Spout? I guess. I guess. It's... Is this worth 25? I'm taking it, you know? I'm taking it. It's fine. Oh my gosh, I do see the Remnant Host. I could do the pivot. I can't do the pivot now, though, because they have burnout. I could still kind of pivot. This is a really good unit to reform, right? It even is beefy and it burns out, huh? Kind of interesting, huh? Subsuming Blade might just be better to kill my own stuff. I need to not take too many cards here, I don't think. This is really good. I'm going to take the Remnant Host because I have the Harvest stuff. I don't need any of these. Glacial Seal, no. I need to remove cards now. So we go right. Maybe they show me a holdover for that Wicklash and I feel a bit better. I'm going to get rid of Train Stewards. They are a scourge in this run here. What do you got? Permafrost? Permafrost on this Ice Empire is pretty decent, so I always have a big slap. What am I doing? I take this here. 65 is a bit disrespectful on ring 5. But like, what else am I doing with these shards, right? I have money, this. Am I duping a third Baron? Probably, right? Because every Baron that gets reformed is very strong. I'm taking space for sure at this stage. Let's, I guess, look at the cavern first. Strength Stone? Yeah, don't mind if I do. Make one start 10 damage ahead. It's a good secondary dupe. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'll overflow it. Yeah, thanks, Bone Shine event. I'm not even considering the other options here. Yeah, it's fine. Cool. That's fine. I'm okay with that. That's like plus 30 damage immediately. I'm going to re-roll this almost certainly. I'm going to take a -1 on this Wicklash because I know I want to do that. I think the Permafrost is wrong. Yeah, I think the Permafrost is for sure wrong. I'm just going to -1 the cards I want to play. I might leave this Memento Mori in, frankly. 20 and consume on Frozen Lance is decent. It's basically a removal. Okay. Kick it. Remove consume. On the Frozen Lance. Alright, we just -1 Memento Mori, actually. I mean, you saw how many deaths I was triggering, right? It's pretty quick to ramp up to a point where it doesn't suck. So I guess it stays in the run. I'm going to put it +10 on Ice and Fire. Hits harder. Good. And then I'm going to pay a removal here because I'm going to pay 2 removals here probably. What could they show me in this horde? Man, I took 10 damage from Melting Spout. I'm still hurt about that. Ugh. What a low roll. I'm going to pay my 150 here because I'm almost certainly going to this dupe. Or I could go here and take more removals. Man, this run is going to get real spooky if I fight Crystal Cloak here. I don't want to go over 80. What could they show me here? Double Incant is useless. Double Extinguish is fine. It's good on the Remnant Host. I don't know. I don't think that's that great. There's enough low rolls. Like, what could it be? Hell's Banners is awesome. I'm going to look. resin block is the high roll, though. That's insane. Okay, well, I didn't even... There was a Pyrestone housing in there, but I don't care because my duped one is going to have 3 upgrades already. Yo, resin block, that is so strong. All right, I'm glad I looked at it. I am taking a double removal here on Train Steward. Oh, I have endless sharks, so I don't really care about... I'm going to take a single removal. I want to open myself up to going left here for the removals in the magic shop. I might see a holdover on Wicklash, which would be fun. Being able to keep an extra Baron up top with Rector is pretty strong. So we're going to do this and be okay with it. I could always remove later. Yeah. Okay. Okay. All right. I got a Crystal Cloak. All right. Can I reasonably take Spell Shield here? No? Maybe? I do have spells. How important are they, though? I have Shark, which is excellent. I have a lot of Harvests. I hit the Endless Resin block. I think I'm okay to take this. This is not great for me to do, but I think I'm gonna take this. I think I'm okay here. My units are so strong, and I have the 10 card draw on turn 1. Okay, yeah, so Baron, Rector, Shark down here, very good. And then this burnout is bad. It dies, but they both don't die. I gotta be careful with this dude. He cleaves. He's doing a lot. Don't even play these things, I guess. There's no reason not to put Molten Encasement in, right? Yeah, there's no reason not to do this. Because I just get it back immediately. Yeah. Cool. Burn out one fellow. He goes up here for sure. This is 190. I can plug this man here. That's a lot. This is good. He'll come back. I could... Well, no, this Spell Shield is enough that it does not matter. Wow, this Molten Encasement is doing 25 damage with 36 HP. That's fun, I suppose. Jesus. Alright, well, this resin block, these numbers are going to look silly real quick, huh? Yeah. I may as well clear that shield. There's no reason to. Don't worry about the middle guy. Yeah, that's good scaling. Oh, interesting. I don't need that, huh? Huh. Interesting. I could play him top. I should, right? This is correct. I take the Ember Drain, but I don't care, because he gets a kill, and... it's the same thing, right? But it's fine. I think I do this, and we get 2 kills on this floor. Yeah, that's good. I'm gonna... Frostbite. It's a weird floor. At least only the back got upgraded. This is what, 4... So I'm taking, what, not a lot of Frostbite? Huh. I'm just going to put this into the mid, dude, if he goes to the Pyre. Because this way this heals is annoying. I could have put it on the armor guy. But... yeah, this is obnoxious. Oh, really bad turn for that, huh? This dude just kills it? What? Holy crap, he does 50. They have so much HP. Hold up, that does 50? Can I get another 7 damage out of this? Huh. Alright, we do get both Barons back next turn, which feels really good. So it's going to be... one of them is going to be real strong. Okay. This is so bizarre. I am gonna do this here because I might draw something that actually kills it. I will not put the Dreg in the pool. This is a good turn because I double reform these guys. Who's stronger? 74? Oh yeah, so I do see this, right? So this is good because this means I clear the floor. Yeah, cool. Who has the most burnout? It doesn't matter. I can put the weaker one up here and the stronger one behind. Yeah, okay, watch this. I'm going to put the Dreg down first. It dies for sure. This clears the whole floor. I don't even actually need... Huh, interesting. So Shark goes here for sure. I'm going to put this here. And then I'm going to Frostbite. Hold up, nothing dies, right? Yeah, I'm going to Frostbite this dude and just scale. Huh, cool. Cool, that gives me 2 things in the pool to reform next turn, which is fine. Fine. Now this burns out in 2 turns, that's okay. I have to be so careful about this, right? Right, I need to not play anything. I need to think. We need to think hard about this, right? Because this guy, I can't kill him myself, so I'm not reforming anything this turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5 hits here. I mean, we do get rid of the stealth. I just need to make sure I can actually kill him, right? This is kind of the big struggle. This is bad here. It's bad, yeah, because it burns out, it doesn't die. It's actively bad on this thing. It's funny. So this is the Rector Big Brain. Oh god. I think so. Here he slaps 5 times, which is cool. Shark helps a lot with this, but I need to make sure a Baron could go on top floor to kill. So let's see, what's dead this turn? We lose these 2 units. I don't reform anything next turn. I'm gonna lose the Baron after next turn, which means I always get a Baron back if I just let this roll and just play spells here. Okay, I'm gonna do that then. It is a bait to play things here because I desperately need to reform. Yeah, I desperately need to reform a Baron here. And I could miss. If I put anything else in there, I have 4 units, and there's a world where I miss. So I don't. I just play Frozen Lance, and I pray. Awesome. Awesome, cool. So which one's stronger? 107. Oh boy, we get there. 140 damage on Memento Mori, by the way. Jesus. Yeah, okay, cool. Alright, we get there. I was very scared about the requirements to get through that. I didn't take any damage. I'm going to take Wicked... no, I'm going to take Sacred Wicks. These are both extremely good. I'm going to take Wicked Blaze. I don't spend my energy on anything else, frankly. And I'm going to a magic shop. This is really strong. I'm taking a name totem. You can't stop me. I have curses coming up for weird combat. I have going left here. I'm going to take the dupe on the right here. I don't need 4 of these dudes, right? Like, right? Is there a world where I need 4 of them? I don't think so. I think I go left, remove the train steward, and start clearing out dregs. I want to avoid the pool being too cluttered with crap. Because I can't play the dregs. They're basically curses right now. It's kind of like Fade runs with primitive mold, right? Except I start with 5 additional curses. Left is good. Take the magic shop. -1s are high value. Yeah, this is a really good magic shop. This dupe is not needed. I'm going to go and dupe a 3rd one. I could actually get 4 of them still. Wow, that's crazy. So many dupes in this run. I don't need another one here. Show me the relic. What do I got? Oh my god, Sinner Salve, get in here. Okay, that helps. I feel really good about that. -1s into the cards I want to play. Wicked Blaze for sure. A +10. I could just stick it in this thing again. It's really good +10. What's this money? All right, get the removals first. It's going to be Train Steward for sure. And Dreg, I think. These tombs have some value as like chumps and harvests. And I don't mind having something to reform here and there. And yo, I took Melting Spout, so I'm keeping it. All right, we're going to get rid of a Dreg. Actually the worst card. Okay. If I take this dupe, that's 80. I have to take a 10 here, and then I can take the money to get to 100. Or if I decide to do a 4th dupe, then I just need the money and it gets me to 105. Yeah, I do 15, 10, which is 90, 105. Yeah, okay. I think those are fine options. So I don't need this money here. Hold up, before I do anything. Plus 10 in this. Make a big slap. I'm fine paying 1 for that. Permafrost. I think I permafrost Wicked Blaze, right? Because I always want to make sure I can do a super big reform on the right turn. Yeah, that's correct. Let me do -1 on Memento Mori because it gets good fast. And this removes a frozen land, so I can never play it. Sure. And then I remove another card here, which is going to be another drag. Because these are just kind of dead draws to me. Cool. I want to get thin on this run. Sinner Self helps a lot for Purifier combat too. Yeah. Shark turn 1. Negatory on Shark turn 1. Yeah, so like... the struggle is real. I'm going to take some nonsense here. This is the Burnout 2 one. I'm just going to... what am I doing? I'm gonna play this, I guess. It's fine. There's no real reason to not play this, I guess. Yeah, this is fine, because he gets the reform, then he does the reform on the next turn. I get doubles. Yeah, okay, that's fine. And then I just burn this out. So this is immediately Sinner Sal value. Yeah, I don't see Shark until turn 3, which is fine. I want Burnout 1 up here for the big reform turn. And then this dude lives mid, I guess. Man, these double upgrades here are tough. I'm going to put him mid. Right, because these guys get reformed next turn. He burns out. I'm going to just kill this thing. Here, I think. Yeah. I don't want to slow down my draw too much. This is probably the best silence turn in this combat. Yeah. Since I don't answer it. And that way I can ignore them and put Shark bottom. Yeah, that's good. Cool. These dregs are just awful. I want to reform these, and then I reform these. I could put 1 drag in, right? That gets me a kill? Yeah, that's worth it. Okay, we leave the tomb out. Fine. Cool, we get them back. Shark comes into play. 0 costers. Feels great. 6 damage, huh? I mean, he kills him, right? Could reform this drag, which does not matter here. Alright, good. Burnout. There's going to be a turn where I don't get a Baron here, right? Which is unfortunate. I'm going to play this dude down here now. Just clear out some crap. Cool. I'm actually just going to put the host down. I think it's fine. I don't have to play any of this crap, right? Yeah, there's no reason to. Sure. Fine. I think this turn is going to be a Wicked Blaze turn, almost certainly, because it brings back this dude immediately, which is big value. I do this, I put this on him, which is a good turn. Nothing burns out or dies on this turn, right? Yeah, I'm only going to get this Remnant Host back. If I could kill him, I get all these attacks into... That's worth it. That's worth it, for sure. This is fine. A good burnout order here. They all get their hits in. I would love to just not have these dregs in rotation, but I don't really have a choice. What burns out next? So next turn I get Baron back only. Okay. This is definitely a run for space now that I'm looking at it. I need to be able to fit another Baron in somewhere. I need to be able to fit 2 up top. Yeah, okay. I think I just leave these dregs out. I don't see any value in putting them in. Right? Yeah, I don't see any value to putting them in here. Just think 2 turns ahead, right? 1 turn ahead, I'm pulling back. Nothing. 2 turns ahead, I'm pulling back this Baron. And anything else with that burns out now. So 3 turns ahead, it's... I could put it in. I could put this dude in now. Okay, fine. Cool. Show me. Thanks for that. I like that. 3 spell shields, so I don't care. I'm just gonna keep stacking this guy, right? He's good. He's good. 6 burnout. And then if I keep putting that on him... Yeah, that's solid. 90 is pretty nice here, right? I may as well do a damage shield, huh? Spell shield, rather. Yeah, fine. I'm gonna... Good that this thing dies. It's actually really good. Clears the floor. I want it to be empty here because I want Shark to eventually go up here with a long burnout dude on this floor, doing 300. That probably wins. I can put this down now. Yes. Yeah. I'm just gonna clock the other spell shield here and leave this dreg out. We're reforming Wrath infused Baron here. Yeah, it's fine. Which goes bottom. Put it in back. I'm gonna Frostbite her. I think if I do this, I get an extra hit into... Oh no, it's Frostbite. It doesn't matter. This doesn't matter either. My reform is just these 2. 2 things die on this turn, it's fine. Wow, that's a strong encasement, huh? I could put this drag in, right? I get a drag back. Alright, yeah, that's tough. I don't get the shark on that floor now. Should maybe have anticipated that, huh? I'm gonna see what's in here. Remnant host. I mean, I'm plugging 300 in here. I think I can safely shark mid and just plug in numbers. I don't want to redraw this Frozen Land, so get out of here. And then fine. That's a Remnant host. That is another 300 though, which is good. This Wicklash goes here for sure. I definitely want holdover on that if they show me it, right? Because this kills. Yeah. In 2 turns, I reform what? Okay, I want to put the Remnant Host in here. In an emergency, 2 turns we have a lot of value. Yeah, right, because that's a 190. We win. So, like, that was the emergency play, right? If for some reason this didn't win, which I had every confidence it did, then this next turn I reform Remnant Host and Baron. And that kills 100% because there's space for him. So that was kind of my brain plan here. We can just end turn. Okay. Alright, I do want holdover if they'll show it to me. Devourer, huh? That is backline helping. Endless? No. Endless is not it today. That's not it. What would I even do? I don't know. You gotta think about it. Is that good ever? Not really. I want the Reform value. I'm going to dupe another man. The Devourer is interesting as an infusion into, like, Remnant Host or something. Right? Because then it explodes into 15 AoE. If I had Wax or Snuffer, I would take it, but I don't. Yeah, I don't think that's here. Skip? Question mark? Yes. Yeah, I don't think these are it. I want to keep my deck thin, and I take space here. Cool. Sinner Self makes me feel a lot better about this in case I see, like, Purifiers here. I don't want to lose. I don't need right. I don't need left, I mean. I go right for the dupe. Sure. What do you got for me? Interesting. This is not a bad time for Golden Vault as an emergency. And then I just hold on to my money. What's better? Golden Vault, probably. Vapor Funnel is like... I mean, I don't... There's an argument for Self-Infused Shark here, by the way. I'll think about that in a second. Golden Vault in an emergency. Or just Vapor Funnel. I think Vapor Funnel is better. Because if I take Vapor Funnel and Self-Infuse the Shark and then do my third dupe here on... I think Vapor Funnel is better no matter what. I'm probably going to want to spend my money on removals. Yeah, okay. Weird. Okay, let's think. I'm going to take Dark Calling 3. You can't stop me here. Okay, now it gets hard. If I Self-Infuse Shark, I go to 90 here, and then I dupe Baron for 105. It depends on what's in here, right? Nothing good. Yeah, nothing I want to take. So the Self-Infuse Shark is correct here, because it's a better use of my shards, right? Do the math. It's 90. Fine. Just get rid of this. I don't want to draw into it again. I may as well play one drag. You may ask why, because it burns out next turn when I get a Baron, so I get 2 revives. So, cool, fine. That's 35 Frostbite, that's pretty good. This is the real problem, huh? Taking that Ember Drain is unfortunate. I'm going to play the good Baron up here. And I'm going to replay Shark because it's more important. And I'm not going to play Wicklash on this turn, huh? Yeah. I reform these two on top here. Yeah, okay, this is good. Hold it. I'll get the Baron on the next cycle. Fine. I play the Baron up top now. Yes, I do need a chump blocker of some sort. Probably... This represents 2 space here. I could play it with a Baron. It does get farmed out by this, but I think our Baron is going to be really powerful, so... Yeah, I think that's fine. Yeah, we'll do the host here first. We'll do this here, and this will clear that wave. I want to clear out this Frozen Lance for sure. What am I reforming? Nothing on this turn? Nothing on this turn. Anything I kill on this turn I could bring back with Wicked Blaze if I want to, but I don't think that's it. Yeah, it's fine. Oh yeah, it does bring back this, huh? I didn't even use my brain. Shark for sure. This is fine. They all burn out. What am I bringing back? Baron next turn. Okay, Baron is good. I think the Baron getting reformed for an additional 25, right? 25 to 30 damage. He goes to 1, 2, 3. So that's 9 plus 9 plus 30 is 39. He goes up to, what is that? 96 by 3. He does enough to kill this guy. Yes. Okay. That was what I was doing. Is this thing reformed on top floor do enough damage to kill to do this 290, and it does. In which case I just frostbite this guy and don't play anything else because I can't with spell shield. Yeah, I could just put this host in play. It dies in 2 turns. I don't really care. I can put this in play down here, I guess. It's fine. Whatever. It's fine. I think it's okay. It's going to do enough damage. I may as well clear off one shield. Sure, why not? Fine. Yeah, 96 by 3. Look, I can do math, kids. This is my freeze floor, right? Yeah. Yo, this is beautiful, right? You put him in front so he burns out. I put him here to kill the unit. And I freeze this. I tomb this floor. Yeah. Because that goes from these dudes getting armor to these dudes not threatening me. And I play this on the bottom. Cool. My reform will be just this Baron, which frankly is perfect. Yeah, cool. Cool. Shark on bottom. Interesting. Do I start this scaling? He dies in 2. No. I actually put this bottom and give it scaling for the boss. Yeah. This doesn't matter, right? I want him to burn out. I should put a drag in the hold. It prevents me from redrawing this specific drag, right? Yeah. It'll die and it'll get reformed immediately. And then I'll draw 6. So 7 and draw 2. Yeah, okay, that's fine. Alright, cool. We're good. Cool. Okay, I know I gave this up on him, but it's okay. Right? It's okay. He burns out here, which is excellent. Wow, 140, huh? What am I reforming? Next turn it's this. Nothing is in the pile. I know I gave up the tomb on this dude, but frankly, I didn't see a world where I would lose to him with my current scaling. Like, I'm doing 600 to him with a guy that burns out in 3 turns. And he dies and gets reformed next turn and played immediately here with a potential Wicklash draw. I think we're fine, right? I think we're fine. So yes, my next turn is Baron mid behind Shark. This guy gets reformed in 2 turns, which means I want this Remnant Host in the pile. Yeah, I want the Remnant Host in the pile because it means my final floor is now these 2, and with Rector sacrificing himself to the Abyss. Yes, nothing else matters here. He's already dead, so I don't care. Yeah, fine. Okay. Like, he's going to scale up pretty high, but I'm not worried, frankly. He only gets to 33, which is not that impressive. Shark. Dude. We win. Yeah, whatever. We clean house. My next turn would have been perfect, too. Okay, yeah, fine. Okay. Alright, we get that with the money. Crushing Demise offers some interesting things. I think I take this. I wasn't planning on taking another spell here, but Crushing Demise lets me forcefully kill one of my 3 barons that I'm about to have, which immediately enables it for a reform and clears out an enemy, which I think will be very helpful on the Divinity. So we're going to take it. Okay. I don't need these. Yeah, there's nothing I need here. Okay. I just want to minimize the crap I have to play through. I go right and I spend like all my money on removals, basically. These dregs are not good. I'm going to remove a dreg and maybe even the 25 gold molten encasement because it's annoying that it has burnout too. If I could remove all 3 dregs and this molten encasement, I feel real confident. Yeah, we go right. Take dollars. Look in the trinkets. What could you show me? Alright, we do see the Waxer Snuffer. Is that worth it, though? I'm going to take the Sigiled Seaweed, almost certainly. That's worth it. I'm not relying on Stealth or Remnant Host here. Man, this run has a very wild line if you just take Burnout prospectively and somehow it's not die on ring 1, which I think is pretty reasonable given draw orders and stuff. So, like, this run gets a lot simpler if you just go Burnout. But alas, simple is not how I play this video game. Consume is excellent there. This is always going onto a Baron. Take a -1 onto Crushing Demise here. I'm going to take Sigiled Seaweed first. I think it's so high value on Ember Drain and the Divinity, like on the Harvest floors in particular, that it's too good. It's better than these for sure. I spend the rest on removals, basically. Except I'm going to put a -1 into Crushing Demise so I can always play it. And then remove Dreg. I think leaving 1 Dreg in is fine. I'm going to remove Dreg and Dreg. Yes. And then I'm going to consume another Frozen Lance here. I now have the option, if I take 60, I go to 285. I could buy a -1 on like a Crystallis, I guess. And then take my last removal on probably... I actually don't mind these because they protect Rector on various floors, and Rector is an important part of my plan. Oh, do I take Waxer Snuffer just for the protection? It's interesting, right? How fearful. I mean, I don't think I'm worried about it on Divinity. I mean, on Seraph, because things have to ascend. He's not getting attacked every turn. But I am worried about it on Divinity, where he just gets punched every turn. I could put him behind Shark on bottom. That never seems correct, right? He just gets run over periodically. I think I actually take Waxer Snuffer instead of the removal here, because it gives me stealth 4 on Rector, which just kind of makes him safe. Yeah, I'm going to do that, and then re-roll, take a -1. I actually get a -1 and a +25, so this Crystallis becomes really useful. Cool. Cool. Oh, it's a 20 and consume. Alright, well, I'll put it in Frozen Lance. And I actually... Wow, I thought that was a +10, huh? No, you know what? Get rid of Frozen Lance. It's worth it. Cool. And then I dupe my Baron here. The good Baron with the +10. We go to 105. I have 3 Barons that burn out. And I just play big unit. 105's over 100? Okay. I mean... we are getting it. We're getting it. I hope this run 124 right now. Okay, we have a really good turn here, right? I can do burnout 1, burnout 1, Rector in back. I can put this dude, I don't know, mid. He kills it. I don't have to worry about that going up. This is a really good turn, right? I get all 3 of them. Nice. I don't need this Whiplash yet. Yeah, okay. Cool. That's excellent news. And now... Right. This mid-floor is strong. What do we get the silence? Oh, we silenced the Ember Drain, so we're feeling good. I think Shark is bottom here. There's an argument for playing one of these and then crushing demising it. So it's always reformed next turn. Or I could just do this here. Think about that, right? 1, 2, 3, 4 to kill this thing up top. 5. So Shark is the most important here if I do this strategy, right? Yes, Shark needs to be down here, I think. I do whatever the stronger one is. He got the Harvest. Yes. I blast. Fine. I reform the good Baron here. He wipes this floor out. Oh, he gets run down, actually. Oh, because that guy's a big one. Well, I just put this Remnant Host in front, and now he wipes the floor out. And I put this dude up top, except the Ember Drain, and we just plug this number into Seraph. Yeah, okay. Wow, that was pretty good, huh? That's pretty solid, huh? I'm feeling good about that. I get another Baron with 2 burnout. What's my next turn? I'm going to bring back this dude. It's fine. He dies. I'm okay with that. It's a really good floor to put this guy on, right? He gets 1, 2, 3 harvests. Plugs 90 into this. I'm always bringing a Baron back next turn. Yeah, okay. We'll do this down here now. Good scaling, I think. 6, huh? Where are you taking 6 from? Oh, I see. Right. One of these guys actually hits him. Okay, fine. I want to clear... This guy's dead. I want to clear out the curses. The consumed dudes, I mean. Like, I could do this big slam here, but I think it's wrong. I'm just going to do this to clear it out. I want my deck to be emptier. Okay, that's a good top floor. Okay, I think this beats the crap out of that. Yeah, that's good. Shark. Man, yeah, love Sigil Seaweed, huh? Shark always just lives on bottom. It's fine. Burnout 1, huh? That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think I'm going to do this on here. How much damage is this? 14, 28, 24, 39. Sick. Okay, so we do here, here. Big harvest. We plug another big number in. And I get to clear out this. Put it down here. This burnout 1. I mean, I may as well, right? What's coming back? Nothing. I may as well cycle it in, right? Yeah. In 2 turns, I do have some competition here, but I'll see that Wickless Recruitment, so I'm fine. Or that Wick Flash, whatever that thing is called. Wicked Blaze. That was a good harvest. Okay. His stealth is still active, which is good. This floor is... My next reform is... I'm going to see the Wicked Blaze, so I always get a reform on the 3rd unit here. Okay. There's no reason not to plug a big number into Seraph here while I can. And he's clearing this mid-floor. My next turn I want to put no units in. Yeah, okay, so we just do... 1, 2, 3. We just take 400 off him, or whatever that number was, and we don't put anything in. Okay. A decent hit. Drop 6. Man, all 3 of these Pyro Wings got slapped here. And then here, I reform the last one. Yes. I want to actually do this because it forces this one into the pool. Does this just win? Huh. Does this just win? 77 by 2 is only 14, 154. So he does clock this guy and then put 77 here, which then kills. Huh. That's a very scary looking floor. I'm going to put this Whiplash on the back, dude. 6 turns, pretty solid to me. I'm going to put this number here. And then I just do 60 to him here? Good lord. It was actually not a correct play to put him there, by the way. I no longer need this tome. I could just remove it from my... It doesn't hurt. Does not hurt. Shark goes bottom. Very good. I can do this. Oh yeah, I can do this and plug big numbers in. Because if I kill this, I just put even another 60 into Seraph. We're just gonna annihilate this man because there's no reason not to. I do this and we're fine. Okay. That's looking promising. Okay, my next turn is not great. It's basically just this man doing a bunch of damage here. Okay, that's fine. If I do this, does it change anything? Not really, but I might as well. Nah, it doesn't. I'm gonna get this tomb out of here. There's no this tome, whatever. Okay. I think we kill on the top floor here. Oh, never mind. Okay, goodbye, Seraph. Nice knowing you. Alright, yeah, my top floor would have gotten the kill for sure, but I think we got through it just fine. Okay. And now it's on to the Divinity. Hopefully this is clean. Is this easier or harder? I don't know. Frankly, every silence is value. What are we looking at? I got a tomb turn 1, which I'll take. This is value on Rector for sure. Yeah, the shark down bottom, unsurprisingly. Wish I had... What am I looking for? I don't know what I wish I had, huh? Tomb first. Rector takes 10 here, unfortunately. Unavoidable. I can do this other tomb here, and this is acceptable. Yeah, this other tomb is good because it burns out next turn to give him another 8. Yeah. He almost kills him. Jesus, okay. Cool. Alright, we get that back. I get a Baron here. I want 1 Baron. Okay, I get all 3 Barons, actually, which is fine. I just play them all. 1 goes up top. Burns out immediately. I play the tomb back up here, right? Cool. 1 goes, and 2 go mid. They just farm up on this, and they burn out. Yes. My next turn reform is this man, which is acceptable. Okay, fine. Right, get the scaling started. Oh, I hit the freeze on the important dude, so I feel really good about that. I don't have the reform here. Right. So I just send this. That's fine, right? That's fine. If I leak this floor, I don't feel too bad. I could stop it. Well, Shark always goes bottom, I think, with that hit. That's like with dropping the poison, the sigil seaweed on the Dark Wings. That's excellent. I can now do Baron mid. What's my next reform? Next turn, I get both these other Barons back, so I play Baron mid. He kills 1. This is enough stealth for Rector for the whole combat. I don't need to use my tome now. Right, I don't, which is excellent. Every one of these consume frozen lances I can put. I'm going to put this Molten Encasement up here. Put some damage in, and it's fine. And then I just... Interesting, what am I reforming? I want nothing to die on my turn right now. Yeah, so I do this and this. It's actually better that way, right? Because Shark doesn't die, so we get more Frostbite in, which is fine. Yes. I can always freeze this Shaman if I'm worried about the 5. But I don't think I ever am. Okay. 50-50 on the Crushing Demise here. Can I rig it in any other way? No? No. Okay, fine. Alright, I do leak on top. Do I care? Maybe. I think I could always do Baron there. Next turn I bring back a Baron. 50-50 this. What a good hit. Alright, we kill the man. That's excellent. So I don't have to worry about this floor now. Yes. So now it's... Jesus, Molten Encasement's doing 60. Next turn I have Baron. Right. I can do Remnant Host up top here. That's fine. I now can do Baron up top here. That's fine. That's what clears this. And then I can put this Molten Encasement up here, and that's also fine. These just kind of do serious business work. And then I get rid of some more Frozen Lances. I think this will clear these 2 Guardians. I do not use Wicked Blaze here. Yeah, okay. Okay, I think this works on the top. I'll draw into, yeah, something. I knew I would hit one of them. Good burnouts here. My next reform is... I could take back this Baron, because I'm guaranteed a Baron next turn from up top floor and the other Baron, and the other Molten Encasement, actually. Okay. Shark on bottom. That's for sure. Right. It's technically better to let Rector reform than Wicked Blaze. Rector is stronger? Yes. Yeah. Rector's stronger. You know, in hindsight, I still think this stupid Melting Spout is a negative, right? They have so much HP that they don't even die on the right turn, which is hilarious to me. Yeah, that's stupid. That's just really stupid. Okay, I'm 5 turns out from Relentless. I need to make sure all of my barons are standing for Relentless. Good grief. Okay. Good grief. All right. I think I play this Baron middle. Yes. I play it with the Remnant Hose. And I just kill. If I do this, then the Remnant Host gets the punch, and I put any damage I can get into the Divinity is frankly important here. I'm going to take 110 into this. 290, I think. Probably. The top floor's fine. I don't have time to think about it. I want to get rid of this Frozen Lance, so I'm going to actually Frozen Lance mid, except that I do 50 less to the Divinity and do 110 to this bottom floor Gilded Wing. Yeah, okay. Cool. Alright. Okay. This is my Harvest floor. Yeah, the Harvest did not get hit, so this is my Silence. For sure. Okay. My next turn reforms our Baron. There's an argument. Having never seen Holdover in this run for the Wicklash, which I really wish I had seen, there is an argument for just stacking this Baron up top now, right? I'm always putting Shark down bottom. It does so much work here. Yeah, okay. Is 110 by 3? Yeah, this is strong enough. Frankly. Yeah, I think this is strong enough. And I now cycle quick enough through my deck that I see this Wicklash every 2 turns, I believe. So I think it's correct, and I can get stealth on him. Yeah, we need to pivot our run strategy now into big man do damage to Divinity. And this is a perfect time for it. Yep. Wicklash on him. I'm going to play the other Molten Encasement. Every turn of stealth is value. And plus he does 60 damage. Good lord, that's just 530 into the Divinity. I'm 100% playing our Ice Empire up here. Any damage is value. And I feel comfortable about the rest of this, so we chill. Cool. Cool, we're always hitting a Baron at this point in the Reform pool, which is exceptional. Oh my gosh, I hit. Again, there's no way I can guarantee I crushing the boss, but I win. I'm just too good at the video game. Yeah, we hit Remnant Host and Draft next turn. Cool. I'm going to accept. This Molten Encasement doing 90 damage. Good grief. I can kill this guy and plug a big number into that. That's good. I'm not super worried about this mid floor. It's got 35 Frostbite. I have Vapor Funnel if I need to, and I have a dude doing 300 damage up top. Yeah, okay. Shark on bottom is fine. Yeah, Shark on bottom is fine. He takes 57 right here, which is kind of weird. I actually just kill the Shadewing. 90, 65, 50. I mean, I'm losing like 124 into the Divinity by doing this, but I think it's value to let the Shark be full life for the next round, right? Oh yeah, by the way, Baron middle, I guess. I'm actually not worried about middle, huh? Just let it go. Yeah, just let it go. And then do this here. This here being Helical Crystallis, bottom floor. Which is just peachy to me. Okay. Divinity's at about half life. I'm happy with that. Yeah, this is an important floor to get the full Frostbite effect on. And it got fully silenced. Wow. Thanks, Sigil Seaweed. This is an excellent top floor. I haven't seen the Wicklash again. I see it again next turn. Fine. That's fine. I'm going to play our other Baron mid and just take damage where I can get it here. I mean, it is 250 into the Divinity right here, plus with Memento Mori, plus 350 from the Baron. That's worth it. Any damage I can do to the Divinity is always good. I don't have a Reform next turn. Oh, it's going to be 1 Stealth Tomb at least. That's good. That's good. I'll take 1 Stealth Tomb. I could force a Dreg to be performed, right? Which means I don't redraw it by flash freezing it on this floor. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's good, huh? It just forces it to get reformed so it never gets in the redraw since I'm doing a redraw here. Sure, why not? Okay. That Molten Encasement is now doing 120 damage on the top floor. Feels pretty good. Mid floor gets cleared out, so we're doing 500 up top. Wicklash onto your boy. I feel pretty comfortable about this run right now. 120 damage from our Molten Encasement, huh? We clear out the bottom. I think I 50-50 the Baron here. Because... Alright, there's no enemies top floor, so we're getting like 700 3 times. I think actually Rector finishes this combat hilariously. I think I 50-50 on the Crushing Demise. I don't have draw power if I hit the... I'm gonna put the Dreg in play to increase the chances. Because... well, if I hit the Titan Sentry... I can always bring back with Wicked Blaze. I have Wicked Blaze for this. We're fine. We're fine. Don't do anything crazy. Just plug numbers into the Divinity and let it go. I don't have to... I'll explain what I was thinking, right? What I was thinking was if I hit... yeah, we win. We win easy. So if I hit the Baron, it goes into the Reform pool so that our friend Rector does something useful. But that wasn't needed. Yeah, that was not needed. I can just hit end turn here, but I want to kind of play it out a little bit and just see. Bring back our other Baron, put it bottom. It does... it... wow. Wow, actually. I kill on 2 floors, right? Look, I kill on top. I also kill on bottom if you look at the numbers. Mid floor burns out, but gets pretty close, frankly. Well, it does like 400. All right, we're good. Ah, yes. Okay, so some big brain Reform Rector run. Even after I told you I would try to avoid it. All right. That's, you know what? I'll take a W. I'll take the W here. Puts us up to 10-0, which is nice. And I get a good one to show you. It's fun to watch Reform Rector in action. Let's go to the run summary and talk it through. Okay, so I'm gonna go a little quick here. There's actually a lot to talk about, but basically Reform Rector requires you find something that dies immediately and plays well. The important interaction that made this thing viable, frankly, is the Ember Drain on top floor. If he was dazed on turn 1, I would have Hail Married Burn Bright Rector. Excuse me, language is hard. I would have Hail Married Burn Bright Rector and just sent it on the first combat because it would have been terrible. But because he has the Ember Drain instead, you can tank it with these Burnout 1 units, and if they burn out in front of him, they go into the Reform pool, which is a super important interaction that I think a lot of newer players don't understand because they haven't done this, right? So these Wickless Barons were beasts, all right? I took 3 of them, and I had really good dupe lineups, frankly, so, you know, you're not always going to see it. But 3 of them was important, so I was getting one back every turn by it dying somewhere on the previous turn. The Hot Shark, the Titan Sentry, did an extremely good job of just cleaning up everything, putting numbers in. I didn't even have to rely on Vapor Funnel even once because I took it just in case, and I just kind of hit. Well, at least, I was strong enough and I drew correctly and I removed enough cards that we got there. Memento Mori. I give this card a lot of crap because I think it's terrible, but on this particular run, we got up to 350 damage on the Divinity, so you know what? It's fine, I guess. I I kind of wish I was losing with this card just so that it would get buffed because I think it's terrible at 3 cost. It should be 2 cost at minimum and scale more aggressively, but whatever. The Wicked Blaze on Permafrost was really important. You saw I had that emergency save on the last turn of the Divinity. I had some other turns where I was crushing Demise, my dude, and then immediately reforming him, getting that extra burnout and the extra scaling. Very good. Resin Block was frankly really important for my scaling plan because, yeah, it just was. And then I took a bunch of spells and upgraded them because I needed to be doing other stuff. And yeah, Ice Empire at 190 was solid. I'll pay 1 energy for that. Consume as many Frozen Lances so I don't draw them. I think the other bait that people maybe run into here is removing Frozen Lances over Dregs. Dregs are unplayable garbage. I cannot put them in the reform pool. You saw how I was calibrating every turn's reform pool. A single dreg in there is maybe okay on some cases. You saw I did it intentionally at least once on the Divinity. But if you have 5 of these in your deck still, it doesn't matter if they're 0 cost. You can't play them. They're bad. So I focused all of my removals on the dregs and the train stewards, and I just put consume into the frozen lances, so I never saw them again. So my second round through the deck, I think, was like, what was it, like 15 cards in rotation, if you counted the things I was reforming. So really more like 13. That's pretty good. That's 2 turns to see a card. I guess it depends on if I'm redrawing Titan Sentry or not, but it's fine. I also identified the Waxer Snuffer in the 11th hour because I just wanted to keep Rector alive on top. That's the only reason I did that. I didn't need it for the Relentless plan. I didn't need it for any other combat either. It just they existed in my starter and they were fine. I took Melting Spout. That's always exciting. That is always exciting. I think that's everything I've got for you. I don't have much else. This recording is almost 2 hours. I'm going to end it before it gets much longer than that. Yeah, I'm glad you guys got a chance to see Reform Rector. I think that's pretty awesome. We don't always get a chance to see it, so. But yeah, hey, thanks a lot for watching this. I really appreciate your time as always. Give the video a like or a dislike if you want. Do that. Subscribe to the channel if you want to see more, and stay tuned for what's next. Take care, folks.